Hey everybody, welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz. Jack and Lady still Lake Jackson. I'm still at the campsite, so we're going to do some more camp food. This one is kind of a twofer because I didn't want to just do burgers to do one thing. So we're going to do burgers and we're going to roast some corn with it just because it's a good side, something to have. It's really easy and it's cheap, so it fit in our budget. So before we do that, be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all our YouTube-y stuff, ring the bell, the whole thing. Check out our merch. Put a link down below, man. Check out all our new stuff, which is really cool. If you're asking about the outfit, this is generally my LARP or Ren Fair kind of outfit, and we haven't been doing that this year because of COVID, so I'm trying to do as much of this at my own campsite somewhere else and do a thing. Kind of help you guys out for when everything opens back up or if you're going camping now. And let's just get into it.
Alright, so looks like a lot of stuff, but it's not. I'm going to show you how to make a quick ranch burger. So you're going to need 2 pounds of this hamburger and 1 packet of this ranch stuff. Just regular ranch packet will be fine. I got some onion rolls that I'm going to use for bread. You can use any kind of bread and any kind of cheese. I also got some provolone. For the corn, you're just going to need the ears of corn. Don't mind the screaming children in the background. You're going to need some ears of corn and some butter. That's basically everything that you need for it. Anything else is just to dress it, like with the yellow mustard or the salt and pepper and stuff like you can put on the corn, right? Like you got salt, seasoned salt, pepper, garlic powder. I'm going to end up using in the burgers, but it's completely optional. Not everybody is into that. The seasoned salt you can use for either or. So, first thing, you want to get you a pot, pan, bowl, something to mix this stuff together, right? I just had another spare pan. All right, be sure to clean it. Make sure you ain't got no bugs in it. You are at a campsite or outside. Go ahead and wipe that out. Make sure there's nothing there. Make sure your hands are clean before you start sticking it in your food. Go ahead and cut your hamburger open. I didn't have a knife. Misty loaned me her hand hatchet. So just go ahead and pull both these things out and put them in your bowl or your pot or whatever you're using to mix this up, right? This I lucked out. The burger, usually it's like $3 or $4 a piece. That would be one of our more expensive parts of this. I was given that from a friend of ours who had butchered a cow. Go ahead and put your ranch dressing, just the whole packet in there, and then however much garlic powder if you want to, probably be about half tablespoon is what I ended up putting in the 2 pounds. And then pepper, again, optional. This is maybe 1/4 teaspoon, not a lot of that. And then because the salt dressing's got salt in it, or the ranch dressing's got salt in it, sorry, I only used a little bit of the seasoned salt in here just to make it more of a Texas thing. Now, this part that Jack's going to hate, got to use your hands. Just get in here and just start squishing it around. I try to use just one hand. That way I keep one hand clean to operate the camera for the most part, and reach and grab anything if I need to open anything else, if I want to add some other seasoning or add anything else in it. So what I'm doing is just grabbing, squishing it, and turning. When I do that, it's grabbing all that seasoning that's sitting on the bottom dry and slowly mixing it in. So just keep rolling it, squeeze and twist, squeeze and twist. Easiest way in the world to make those, and it's how I've always learned how to mix stuff into my burgers, mostly because it won't stick to the sides and it'll pick up all that seasoning and get it twisted through there. When I do it at home, sometimes I'll throw in like some cracker stuff to keep it up if we got the really cheap greasy burger, but I don't. So here's an easy way to make a patty. Easiest way to do this is to make a ball first. Peel you a little piece off, kind of roll it around, squish it around till you get a ball. And then once you get a ball, then you can kind of start mashing it flat. See? You start turning and squish, turning, squish, turning, squish. So it doesn't, have one big thick side on one side and a little skinny side on the other because of your hands. You want to kind of keep it relatively the same thickness all the way across. You don't want it to edge out to the sides and get thinner. You can dip it in the middle. It's supposed to stop it from shriveling, but I've never had any luck with that. Now, we lucked out and had a grill, so I got some coals under it, and we got a fire next to it. There are some drawbacks having the fire next to it. You want it to get nice and warm, let your coals nice and heated to about 350. Best way to do that is get your buddy Sir Slide to be able to stick his hand in there and tell you when it's ready. Or you can use a thermometer, or you can see when the coals are nice and gray all over. They're pretty cooking. They're pretty much close to cooking temperature. Okay, go ahead and put these on here. Don't touch them up. Remember, the ones that are closer to the fire will probably cook easier because they're closer to a lot more heat, right? I try to do these at about 6 minutes per side. Oh, and your corn. Go ahead. There's nothing special with your corn. Leave the husks on it and just put them directly on the fire right next to your burger. Get them to wherever they're going to fit. All right. those are relatively easy. It's one of the easiest things in the world. Also, if you're looking for something to put on it, or you want something different than what we're doing here, I'm pretty sure Jack can link the elote video we did. Elote that we did, the fancy Mexican corn that you usually get from the street vendors around here, which is really great. You can put that link down there. We did a video on how to do that at home, which is great. Put these anywhere you can, and then I'm going to lower the grate to get it close to the fire, but I did it up here. A, it's easier to load without burning myself, or dropping the corn directly on the floor when I do this. Be careful, the corn will roll, but as long as it's got the husk on it, blow on it, and put it back on there. We're going to pull that off when you're done. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to put it on for about 6-7 minutes per side. The corn you want to kind of keep uniform cooked. You don't want to like cook one side. So the trick with the corn is you keep cooking it until it starts putting scorched line marks on the sides. So you can roll those by hand because they're a pretty good insulator. So just keep turning those as long as they're on the fire. Again, 6 minutes for a medium well burger, about 5 minutes per side for a medium rare, and 7 to 8 minutes per side for a well. Alright, if you're flipping stuff and there's a fire really close, don't put your hand over the fire when you're doing it, or you'll burn yourself and your friends will laugh at you, even though the camera's rolling. So please be careful with this. This is fire. It's outside. This is not a stovetop, which is still a lot of heat, but this can really jump up and get you. So please be careful. Be sure to keep rotating your corn. Again, the stuff that's close to the fire is going to cook faster, so you just kind of rotate it. That's why I'm showing you. I did here. Again, this is usually like midday of your camping trip. This is, or the end of the day when you're kind of getting tired, so you don't have to worry about it too much. This is really, I'm showing you a lot, but there's downtime in here where you're just sitting watching corn on a fire, like watching paint dry. Make sure you get those nice and done. After 6 minutes per side, you got your burgers flipped and done for the final time. Go ahead and put your cheese, if you're going to add your cheese. I prefer provolone or a sharp cheddar. Go ahead and just put those on there while they're on the fire. Let them sit for about another 45 seconds. That fire and that heat's going to melt it down pretty quick. You don't want it dripping down on your fire. You're wasting cheese that way. Basically, you just want the edges to curve, kind of wrap around that meat and kind of seal it in. As soon as it starts to fold over, like I said, 30, 45 seconds, go ahead and pull it off, put it on a plate, set it to the side. I will show you how to dress these, but if you don't know how to dress a burger, I don't know if you should be allowed cooking instruments or not, but I'm going to show you how. But see how that cheese is kind of wrapped around that meat? This is how that I enjoy mine. Basically, if you do it that way, you make sure to get cheese at every bite of your cheeseburger, right? So if you don't, then you're going to just bite it. It's going to be burger in some bites, whatever. Now, once you get those pulled off, you can kind of sort out your corn to where they'll get more over the heat instead of just on the side. Again, 2-3 minutes per side as they're cooking. But since they're round, they really don't have a side. You just got to look at which parts have got the scorch marks we were talking about, right? And if they got too many, go ahead and move them to the back. So, I'm using this onion roll for a bun, which it just tastes better, and it was actually cheaper than getting the actual straight hamburger buns. Go ahead and slice those. Get you a nice sharp knife. Don't use Misty's hatchet to cut the bread. This is the first knife I've ever used on bread that wasn't serrated, which is weird. I use mustard on mine just because I think most of my taste buds are dead, so it has to be spicy or really tangy to be able to taste it. Go ahead and dress it with what do you like. Like, I put mustard on it and done. Like, if you got other stuff you want to put on there, you want to put your relish, your lettuce, your tomatoes, all that kind of stuff. This is just a bare bones burger that you could get anywhere else. Now, if you're a chef, be sure to bite around the edges so you know which one you didn't drop into the fire, didn't burn yourself on, and that's your burger. So while you're dressing your burger, set it to the side and go check your corn. Now, or you can get your friend Misto. This is Misty. How you doing? She's checking on her corn. It's got that husk all the way around it that's been browned. I might have let some of the further ones go too long, but those were perfect. Like I said, it'll be nice and warm on the inside. It'll be steamed. The husk can be brown. You don't want it catching fire. It's cool enough where she can reach and grab it with a napkin, so it's not too bad. If you hear any jingling, that's my Squire's belt in the background. That's my fault. So, you see how it's burnt? It's whatever. Don't worry about that. That's just your husk. It's not the core. So just go ahead and grab that hair and shuck it. You're just going to grab it and pull it down to the side. It's going to be hot. Be very, very careful grabbing these for too long, right? But don't cut this off, right? You fold it down, you're going to make a handle with it. See? That's why you can grab it. Now, you're going to take you a minute and make sure you get all the little hairs off there from the corn hair. That's the best way to describe it, I guess. It's got a proper name, but I can't tell you what it is. So I'll go ahead and get that pulled down. Once you got a good grip on it, get you your good knife, get you some actual butter. Try not to use shortening or anything gross. And then massage it on there. Act like you're massaging or shaving an ear corn. That's what you're doing. Just a light sheet of the butter on the outside, and then you can put salt, pepper, dressing, or any of our elote stuff. You can put that on there and do it fine. I did seasoned salt because I generally don't do a lot of salt just because I don't like the salt flavor, but the seasoning stuff I can deal with. So at campsites and stuff, this is perfect. It's all in one container. So you have a light sprinkle, a light dash. Some people just salt, pepper, however you're going to do it. Put that next to your burger and you're done, man. This is full on lunch, dinner if you didn't fish or hunt all day at your campsite, which we didn't. We were busy fighting and being nerds and, filming. So I think the burger was free, but it's usually, if you get the cheaper stuff, it's like $3 a piece. So this is all well under $10. It fed 7 of us. It was super cheap, super easy. The corn is one of those things, like I always thought it was magic when I saw it at the fair. It's like, those people are roasting corn and anything. How do you do it? You put it on the fire. It's not fucking hard.
There you have it, guys. Quick and easy lunch. It's outstanding. Tastes great. You can put it anywhere. Do it at the campsites. Do that kind of stuff. It's super cheap. Way better than you get at the fairs and stuff. You do it differently. You want to see us try it different? Put it in the comments. Let us know. You can also find us on social media at Facebook, Patreon, and Pinterest. Shout out to our patrons. Thank you very much. And you can find us at all those at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen, or you can find us at Living Between at Instagram. Over there. And I'll see you next time.